When Republican lawmakers rewrote campaign finance laws for last year's elections, what happened? A record $28.1 million was spent on campaigns for the Assembly and the Senate last year, $9 million by outside groups, $19.1 million by candidates and the 4 legislative campaign committees. And Wisconsin saw its first $5 million November election for the seat in the Wisconsin legislature.
I think it's a horrifying thing for people who are dedicated to democracy, as most people in Wisconsin are. Our elections have become more and more the playground of the very rich, and now, for the first time in 110 years, corporations who can give directly to legislative campaign committees. We have some of the richest people in Wisconsin giving $1 million to the Democratic Party, $1 million to the Republican Party. I mean, it's a game that only a few people can play, and that's not what democracy is supposed to be.
Biggest winners as a result of these campaign finance reforms?
Rich people and corporations.
Biggest losers?
Everyday citizens, democracy. We're limiting the field of potential candidates as well to, independently wealthy people or people who are just highly connected to the big players.
If both sides can equally raise about the same amount, where's the foul?
The voices of everyday people aren't in this equation. And so the interests of super rich Democrats and the interests of super rich Republicans on some issues may not be that different. And they're both funding the candidates. We have corporations that shouldn't be allowed to throw money in.
They can contribute both sides.
And now they can, and they are, as we're saying, but that's kind of crazy. And that's going to lead to potentially more corruption.
Do Wisconsin voters care about these numbers?
Oh, they sure do.
Do they?
I'll give you an example.
What's your
give you
benchmark?
some proof. Wisconsin has had 95 communities voting by overwhelming margins that they want to amend the U.S. Constitution to overturn the Citizens United decision of the U.S. Supreme Court that lets corporations throw their money around. The people of Wisconsin understand that the game is rigged against them, that the corporations and the super wealthy have a say that they don't have, and they want to equalize the playing field.